All right, you guys are in for a treat today. Talon and I have been friends basically since he started YouTube. Talon, when did we start talking? When you had like 5,000? We had like 5,000. We were both small channels. We're both little guys. I'm still like pretty small. Talon's getting pretty big now. But people have asked us, both Talon and me, hundreds of times at this point, to do collab videos together. And we've done little this and little that. But this video is gonna be dedicated to my friend Talon.
Full-blown collab.
My friend Talon, his real name is Talon. People ask me that question. It might not be.
I don't know.
It's actually Richard. So,
I look like Richard.
This is Richard. He made me some dinner in the van.
Got some fancy mac and cheese, got some Jim Beam and Cokes.
Which is appropriate because right now we're getting into a van tour. All right, so here we are, the Winnebago. Here with Talon. Talon's another YouTuber. Been YouTubing for what, like 3 years?
3 years, a little over 3 years now, yep.
3 years now. We do pretty similar content towards like some gun stuff, but then just some random stuff.
Mashed up, all sorts of content.
Yeah, so most people that like watch my channel already watch your channel. I think we have a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
But if not, he does this thing, his kind of thing is called Stuffin' Things.
Stuffing things.
And it's just whatever he feels like doing. Every Sunday for a while now, you've been doing Sunday Gun Day. So pretty much every Sunday is kind of a gun review video. And then yeah, he'll be doing more van life stuff, hashtag van life. And this is a walk around of his van. Anything else you want to say?
I think that's it, man. You covered all the bases, so let's get into it.
Cool, let's go. All right, so we're gonna do this kind of interview style. I don't have a cameraman or anything with me.
Let's do it all vloggy.
It'll mostly be Talon, but if I'm on this side of the camera and the mic volume's kind of jacked, my bad. Tell me what the vehicle is.
So the vehicle is a Winnebago Revel. It is a 4x4 Mercedes Sprinter van outfitted by Winnebago, which is one of the biggest RV manufacturers around. They got good quality control for the most part, and it's kind of the best of both worlds, Mercedes and Winnebago.
Talon actually knows a lot about RVs from his family. We won't get too far into it, but he's got a history of knowing about RVs.
A little bit.
So it was an educated purchase. He wasn't just like, I'm just gonna go buy this thing out of the blue. Yeah. A lot of research went into it.
I thought about this one for a while. I never really made it public because I never knew if it was gonna happen, but perfect time hit and I was like, let's do it. So.
He's worried the van stuff won't be very popular, but I think it's gonna be pretty popular.
I think people are liking it so far.
Cool. And this is, so we got a garage door back in here that we barely fit into. The garage door is 10 feet. This is 9 feet, 11 inches. So make sure you got the height for it.
Yeah, we squeezed in.
Cool. So tell us a little bit.
So a little bit more about the chassis. The Winnebago is the manufacturer who outfits it with all the living type of stuff, the RV stuff, but the Mercedes is a 144 Sprinter. It is a V6 turbo diesel, so that definitely comes in handy when we're up here in altitude in Colorado. Came in very handy this week, and yeah, it's pretty good in the snow. Four-wheel drive on demand, and there's a lot of features like this step that I showed Mike before. So when you're driving across country through Kansas in the middle of nowhere, as you can see, there's bugs splattered all over this thing. I've been on the road for a little over a month now, and it's dirty. But when you're at a truck stop or something, pull yourself right up here with this step. You can clean everything off. You can clean snow off, ice, or whatever in the winter. I actually experienced snow like 2 days ago here in Colorado, and it's the middle of June.
Yeah,
so
snowed up high.
That was pretty wild.
Middle of June, it's been a crazy, crazy year. Okay, so we have it set up kind of in, like he's camped somewhere, awning out, table out. This is kind of your setup when you're like just hanging out?
Just hanging out outside. I do some editing from here, put drinks on it, listen to music, whatever. Super convenient, but at the same time, it's kind of, you can put it out of the way very quickly. And yeah, it's cool.
Sick. Wheels, tires?
Wheels, tires, Method race wheels, and BF Goodrich all-terrains. Super common tire, especially, I'm sure your viewers know, in the overland community.
The KO2.
Good old KO2s. I have basically the same setup on my Crosstrek too, which is like lifted, same wheel tire package, similar to this, so that was kind of cool as well.
He's full van life with the Sub and the van.
And you're on that Subaru life now
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I got a Subaru.
So 10-foot awning out here, accessory lighting all over this thing, as you can see here. It looks pretty cool when you're set up like in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of light coming off of here. Underneath the floorboards, those do not retract, so that is how it is. Ground clearance is about maybe a foot. It's not the greatest, but then again, I'm not riding trails like some overlanding stuff, which we didn't get a chance to do yet.
This one's for the trails.
That's for the trails.
But this will do some light stuff with four-wheel drive, with some good tires, with just a little bit of ground clearance. You wouldn't want to do that thing that I almost flipped on, but
this thing would it's so tall, it would just kind of like rock over, but.
Cool. While we're on the outside, let's check out this ladder on the back.
Yeah. So we got a ladder on the back. This thing is actually removable, and you can place it all around the outside of the van as long as you're not putting these feet up against anything. On top is an AC unit, 2 solar panels. You got 200 watts of solar, and then a couple fans, exhaust fans, and then a fan for the bathroom. And yeah, that's
cool.
Pretty much it back here. Also down on the bottom is a hitch. It has, I think, 5,000 pound towing, 500 tongue weight, and then backup camera, and you can leave that on while you're driving, which is really convenient, especially if you're in the back here and you have the shades up, so you can see who's behind you if you got someone tailgating or whatever on the highway. And then coming around to this side, I guess we'll start right here. You'll notice these big flare outs. That is for the sleeping section in the van. So there is a bed in here, and with pop outs on each side, you get about like a 6'3" person can sleep pretty comfortably in here. I'm like 5'10", 5'11", so I can sleep very comfortably. It's not an issue. And then up here is just a lot of RV stuff. Down here is a diesel exhaust. That is for the heater, the S-bar system. And we can talk about that inside. You got a city fill here. If you are actually like hooked up somewhere, you can have constant water running. This is a door to empty a cassette toilet. Cassette toilet, in my opinion, is better than a black tank like you would find on a traditional RV because you can stay off-grid a lot longer. And this whole thing is a 4-season camper unit. So it's got good insulation, it's got everything that you need to stay off the grid pretty much all year round. It's got all the heating systems to keep the water from not freezing, and got the gray tank down there. You can empty that out. That's pretty much it for the outside.
The 30 amp RV hookup.
30 amp RV hookup. And more lighting. There's just lighting all over this thing.
Yeah, a lot of cool lights. Pop out is on both sides.
This one's a little bit smaller because of the door, so it kind of compensates on the other side by being a little bit bigger. These are stops for the doors. One thing with the ladder, you can't swing it all the way open, but it's not a huge deal.
Actually, while we're back here, why don't we just open up the back?
Yeah. So here you'll get a little inside look here. In the back, the Euro bed, this thing will lift all the way up to the AC unit up top there. Currently have a bug screen in place.
So those seat belts over there lifted up?
Yep, these will lift it all the way up, and I can put it up a little bit if you want to see that.
That's all right, take your word for it.
And then underneath here, if you have this thing all the way up, you have a ton of storage. You could put kayaks, mountain bikes,
I have those leveling blocks.
Do you? They work. I just picked those up at Walmart.
Nice.
And I used them up in the ramparts the other day. I got all sorts of gear, camera stuff,
like 50
guitar.
keyboards down here.
50 e-boards, one wheel.
Sweet guitar.
Guitar, quotes. And then a little bit of storage in here. These are the blinds that I just keep buttoned. You can flip down. Got Ear Pro for out at the range. And a bunch of medical stuff over here. Just trauma stuff like TCCC tourniquets and gauze and things like that.
Cool. So this is kind of his garage storage, but can also just hang out. You take some van life pictures back here, looking out here, right?
Yeah, I did the other day. It's pretty much like a gear hauler for small toys and things like that.
Yeah, and then if you have tall stuff that you need to bring temporarily or whatever, just lift that bed up, and the ceiling is super high, which we'll get into here in a sec.
All right, so right here is the entryway. Got a little floor mat. I typically take my shoes off, but it is what it is.
The good Asian, taking your shoes off.
The good Asian squat. Down here we got a bunch of RV stuff. This is where I'm filling up my water tanks. It is freshwater, 21 gallon, same as the gray water. So you got 21 gallon tanks. And like I said, those will stay heated as long as you have the furnace running. So it's a very nice touch for the winter months. There's also a spray nozzle and a winterization valve and some other stuff under there, but that's all kind of boring stuff. This is a gravity fill. If you want to have extra water, you can have a bunch of tanks in the back and literally dump it in from right here, so it doesn't need to be pressurized. Here you got a bunch of switches for the exterior lighting floorboards on this one. On and off. You got the awning light, same thing. Turn that on and off. This will put the awning in and out. It's a simple press of a button. One thing that's also nice about it is that when it's out, how it is right now, on the end over there, you can sort of see that little red wire hanging there. That's a wind sensor. So if it gets a little gusty, this thing will move around a lot, and a lot of people break them, which is for obvious reasons. So if it detects any wind, it'll retract. And that has saved me one time already, so I really enjoy that being there. You got more accessory lighting on the outside here. This light is behind the door, which you can not really see.
Yeah, I kind of see it.
And then this will turn off all of the house batteries. So if you are leaving the unit for a while, you can just turn that off, and then it's like flipping a light switch for your entire house. So up here in the front, the driver's section area, one thing that I really like is that there's actually no real storage up above here, where you can see all my patches from all the conventions and stuff that we go to. It's nice because you can stand up. So if you flip the seats around, you get a little bit of extra like living space. You got them LLOD patches.
Yeah.
So both of these chairs spin around, and then up front, typical Mercedes Sprinter, you got everything that you could possibly imagine. It's got lane detection, traction control, hill start assist, and stuff like that. Up here, I've never shown you this. I just got this for my birthday, and it's a mount to mount a camera. So that would probably be pretty interesting for your overlanding videos.
Yeah, it's a crazy RAM mount.
And then there's a ton of storage up there. All that stuff's kind of boring. I did just fashion this together. So the whole van does come with some like window shades and front windshields shades, but it looks too much like someone's living in it, in my opinion. So I literally just got a tension bar from Walmart and some blackout curtains, and then I'll just flip these over the chairs. That way you can't really see anything, and it sort of looks like a cargo van. On the outside, it obviously looks more like an RV or a camper, but I just put that in like yesterday.
Nice.
Over here, you got a table that folds away. This is where you eat and edit and do all sorts of stuff. It flips down just like this. Tucks away for when you're driving, and then you simply flip it back up. You're good to go. You can turn it from like a driving situation into a living situation in like literally 30 seconds, so.
Yeah, it's nice because this whole area isn't like wasted space when you're living in it. It's kind of just extends the living quarters.
Yeah. So you got these two seats and then this bench seat here, which my fish pillow is sitting on.
Gotta have that fish pillow.
There's actually 2 seat belts there, so you could technically drive relatively safely with 4 people in here. And I think you could, like, if it's raining outside, I think you could hang out with 4 people in here, and it wouldn't be too terrible.
Yeah, hanging out, because you could also hang out in this back area here.
Yeah.
Got the bed.
I mean, we hung out in here the other day for like an hour just talking and stuff, so.
Yeah.
Windows, these are all dual pane, which is nice for ventilation and insulation. You got a bug screen that pulls down, and then a privacy shade that pulls up. So it's a really cool touch. Keeps things nice and simple.
And then you can lock the windows with just a crack also if you need to.
Yeah, I actually did that today because it was pretty hot around here.
Then we got some storage.
Yeah, this is where I keep all my camera stuff. Just got a bunch of cases, tripods, GoPros, things like that. Smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors.
Don't want to die.
I actually bumped that the other day when I was taking a hoodie off.
Did you?
It scared me.
Yeah, so you can see Talon, full height. It's got a few inches still above his head, so.
I don't even really think about like ever hitting my head on anything, so I'm like the perfect height for this.
Cool.
There's also a bug screen here that attaches to the door.
Oh yeah, you had that when you pulled up first.
It hasn't been really buggy here in Colorado, so I just popped it off. It makes it more open. I put these hooks in here, hang my keys on and some other things like that.
Mirror, check himself
out.
out.
Mirror that just like suction cups on there. And then we got the kitchen area. So right here, this thing flips up. Gives you a little bit more counter space, and then this will also flip down, and then this whole couch area turns into a small bed, like a real small bed for kids.
Baby bed.
Yeah, a friend of mine slept on there though, and it was okay. Dometic Sink, you got hot and cold water here. Sponge in there to clean dishes, which you guys may have seen earlier. There's a little pump here. So if you're trying to conserve water, you can actually fill this up and leave it that way, rather than it just draining down and going straight into the gray tank. Got outlets all over this place. With the inverter, we can talk about all the controls in a sec. And then storage, so got a firearm in there, knives, cards, cleaning supplies, whatever else, and then a random drawer down here. Also right here under the cleaning mat is a induction cooktop. This also runs off of the solar, so everything in here runs off of the solar and the house batteries except the air conditioner unit. So this is the only thing that needs shore power to actually run, and I've only ran that one time when I was in Atlanta because it was super hot out.
Yeah, you'll be running it more now that it's full summer, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. Fridge, pretty small, but holds everything that I need. I got all those honey things down there that we had.
Oh yeah, honey stingers. And that Jim Beam's actually not too bad.
It's not too bad. I got some healthy stuff in there. Cliff Bars, Strike Force, watermelon, whatever. Sriracha milk.
Super healthy.
Super healthy.
Then sometimes you gotta go make poop.
So this can either be a bathroom, shower type of deal, or it can be a wet storage closet. I have it set up right now as bathroom, obviously, because I'm on the road a lot. So this has a light in its own. It's got a bar, you can hang towels, shower curtain that you can connect over here. Put my dirty laundry in there, shampoo, things like that. And then the cassette toilet with a little flusher here. So that's just wasting my water right there. And then shower. So it is a little bit difficult to shower in here, if I'm gonna be honest, but I can stand in it just barely. And then if you take this off and just kind of be conservative with it, it's really not that bad. I've showered in here a lot, as you can imagine.
Nice to have it too. Sometimes you just have an outdoor shower in, depending on the weather. That sucks.
There is an outdoor shower in the back too with both hot and cold water. It was just off to the side there, but that's one thing that I've never used yet. And then if you are using this in the wintertime, like I plan on, I'll probably throw the bamboo racks back in here, which kind of sit on these little ledges. And then I can put ski boots in here, any kind of wet clothing, and then it will, of course, drain into the gray tank. Then that locks to be secure when you're cruising some bumpy roads. Right here is my closet. A lot of people ask like where you fit clothing. So as you can see, I got it packed with t-shirts, pants, shorts, swimming trunks, hoodies. I mean, it's kind of messy right now, but I just throw a ton of stuff in there. I can live like about 2 weeks with clean clothing until I have to like stop at a friend's place and do laundry or go to a laundromat. And then the bed as well, it's a slat design. So I throw socks and underwear and any kind of extra clothing under there. I got towels and hoodies on the other side. So you're really making the most out of all the space that you have in one of these things. And then the bed, I'll let you come back here so you can kind of look at it again. I got a really nice memory foam topper on here. Dude, it's actually super comfortable. Take my shoes off.
So these are those pop-outs.
These are the pop-outs here. You got the window. Again, this thing pops and has privacy, all that. Here, I'll lay down.
Okay,
so you can see.
Get cozy.
Head's not touching, and I mean, you can sleep on an angle too and get more comfortable, but
cool.
That's that.
Got a little fan?
Little fan, USB fan. I got this thing to hold my phone. It's my entertainment center, so I can watch some LLOD videos at night.
Oh, you better.
And then you got even brighter lights if you need that. I probably just messed up your camera.
We're good. I just have it on auto.
Got more lighting back here. There's just like so many little accessories all over this thing. And they're like reading lights.
A little thing to charge your phones.
Yeah, and all of those run without the inverter being on, which is really nice.
Oh, nice.
And that's on the control panel over there. So you can leave that stuff plugged in and you're good to go at night without sucking a lot of power.
Underneath is the storage that we kind of checked out from the back already.
Yeah, you can get access to all your stuff. I leave all my kitchen supplies and things like that under there, as well as like just other random things. Bulletproof vest.
You never know.
Never know. Got that there.
And then there's these little rails all over, so you can put your little ram balls in here and hook up all kinds of other accessories.
There's like 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think there's 5. Yeah, one back here. Put this thing on. Got toiletries here. A little rack.
Little charging O-light.
Yeah.
USB ports everywhere. Everything's laid out nicely, man.
It's pretty small and confined, but if it's just you in here, man, it's like
It's got everything you need, though.
Yeah, pretty much everything you need. Nothing you really don't.
Tell us what's going on over here.
I'll give you a real quick rundown of this because this is where it gets boring. Starting over here, the Euro loft. This is how you put your bed up and down. Stick a little key in there. Simple controls. Jump right to here. This is the S-bar heating system. So this uses a diesel drip from the actual tank of the Sprinter, and it heats the furnace and the hot water and everything. Hot water is instant, so if you turn that thing on in about 2 minutes, once it's like kicked up, you can get hot water, and it's continuous through all 21 gallons. Thermostat here, I don't know why that was set to 70. It is kind of warm in here, as you can see. And then light switches. You can turn that up, turn that down. You got the accessory lighting underneath here. And then this is a bathroom light. Inverter, that is what you turn on to use all of the outlets to use a stove and things like that. You can also use a hot water heater electrically. So if you're plugged in, shore power, you can turn that on. That doesn't work as well as a diesel, so I pretty much just leave that off. Here you got a ZAMP solar charge controller. This really just shows you all the readouts of your house batteries, and if you do ever change the battery types in the future, you can do all that stuff here.
So for the diesel, like heating and everything, that just runs off of the same tank that your engine runs off of?
Yeah, so if I leave this on overnight, the gas needle like barely moves. Like you don't really notice it. And I've had this thing in pretty cold temperatures and it's been pretty warm. So yeah, it's really fuel efficient. And then over here, you got the control for the water pump, tank levels. You can see that I've used about 1/3 of my fresh water so far. And then battery levels for the chassis battery and then the house battery, meaning everything else back here. And we just cooked dinner in here and there's still good battery on there. It floats around there for most of the time.
Cool. And induction is rad because it's super fast.
It's really fast and it's pretty efficient too.
I feel like that was a pretty thorough tour.
That was a lot in a couple minutes.
But if you have any other questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll tell Talon to check them or I'll answer them if I know the answer to them. Anyway, Talon, YouTube, he uploads quite a bit, handful of times a week. So he's using the van to travel all around. He's from the East Coast. He's out in Colorado right now, heading back out. It's a relatively new addition to the YouTube channel. He's had it for about 3 months, I think.
About 3 months, and I've been on the road now for a little over a month, so been getting some good use out of it.
Yeah, it makes me kind of want to do it. I don't think I can right now, but maybe one day we'll go cruise around the country together. Anyway, if you want to follow along with his journey, Talon, like a claw.
Talon SCI, that's it.
And I'll link to him down below. But yeah, check him out. We are doing another video.
Another one.
Right now. We're gonna film it right now. It's gonna be on Talon's channel, so you have to go there to check it out. I'll link it in the card. Where is it? On the left side? I always forget which side it is. Over here, I'll link it. I'll probably link it down below. We're gonna be talking van life versus overland.
Weekend lander.
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah. But so he's like kind of living the van life, but like kind of like doesn't want to say he's a van lifer. And I'm kind of doing the overland thing, but I'm not like really an overlander.
We're kind of just
but anyways,
sticking our toes in.
They're two popular things that we're kind of both invested in, both financially and time-wise. So we're gonna make a video kind of comparing and contrasting vans and overland rigs, style.
Yeah. Should be a good discussion. So if you want to check it out,
check it out.
we're gonna do it.
That's it. I don't know. You want to close it out?
That's it. I can do like my outro.
What's your outro? Yeah,
my
do it.
outro? I got to think about it now because I haven't been filming.
All
That's
I
it
know
for
is-
today's video.
Oh, all I know is the intro's like.
Yeah, that's the outro music too.
Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. We'll try it again.
Thank you guys for watching. That's not how I start the outro. So that's it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, let us know. I'll hop in the comments and answer some questions as well. If you are new to LLOD, consider clicking subscribe. He makes new videos every week.
Ish.
You should make videos every week.
I make videos every week.
Yeah. And that's all for today. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next one.